Hey guys, Paul here with the Spirits channel. It's nightfall, well, getting near dusk, and I'm out here up in the parking lot by the office buildings where I saw the lights in the sky last November, right up in there, and where I did the session. Was it last week? The Extraterrestrial High Celestial ITC session. And I'm going to do another session tonight. As you can see, there's a lot of open sky around this building. And it really overlooks the horizon I was showing you the last time. This wide open sky. So I did that little session earlier, asking if I should come out and do a session tonight, and I posted that here on YouTube on the channel. The responses were again really interesting, and this is some wild stuff, you know. This is an app. Nobody even uses it anymore. It was kind of popular back in the day, but it's like old app technology. It's not made by a big company. It doesn't have a lot of frills. It's just sound banks of reverse language of English. It's Sanskrit or Sumerian, I don't remember which one, and then Spanish language in 3 different sound banks reversed. And to have these replies come through that have been coming through is just, it's odd. It's really odd. You know, I can't really wrap my mind around how these responses are coming, you know, through this primitive little app, but they are. And I'm going to use that app again tonight, checking in to see if we can get any replies and answers from extraterrestrials, high celestial beings, angelic beings, whatever they are out there. I think a combination of all the above, perhaps. But yeah, I wanted to ask tonight, just a little heads up, a couple of questions. There's a couple of guys on the internet, evangelical Christians. It was Todd Webbon. I forget who his, it's Webbon, I think. And his friend, I think his last name is Wesley. But they have this like evangelical Christian talk show on, you know, I guess it's here on YouTube as well. And they're calling for, you know, wouldn't it be great if Donald Trump, or King Trump as they refer to him as, would seize all the property from all the churches they disagree with and give that property to the faithful churches like theirs. And that it would be merciful to put these people out on the street and seize their property rather than executing them or putting them in jail. So there's a lot of that kind of thing going on in America right now. You know, evangelical Christianity becoming really a Christian version of the Taliban is what it seems like they want to be. But I wanted to ask the Celestials tonight, if they come through, what do they think of this kind of thing? How do they view religion here on Earth when we're so violent and divided and hateful and just wanting to take from others and hurt others because they don't agree with us or we don't agree with them. One of the things I wanted to do is seize churches from churches that have women in teaching roles. So, hello, Handmaiden's Tale. Crazy, crazy stuff. And I also wanted to talk about Chris Bledsoe, the gentleman who wrote the UFO of God book. And he was told in his encounters that something major was going to happen Easter Sunday 2025, I believe it was. So I want to ask if they know anything about this. What is it? Is something really going to happen? So just giving you guys a little heads up on some of the questions I want to ask. But yeah, it's pretty wild what comes through this app. And I'm sorry you guys won't be seeing me on camera. So I'm just, kind of walking around doing this intro before it gets dark. Sorry, not just looking at an app on the screen, but that is, I feel, the best way to really hear what's coming through the app. To just pull it up and screenshot it, screen record. It's much more clear, I think, than, having another phone filming me with the app. I think you can hear a lot more clearly what's going on when it's screen recorded that way. Because I am going to use the ITC Box 2 again tonight by Spain Paranormal. And the next time I do this, which I'm going to try to do this, every weekend, Saturday or Sunday evening, as long as the replies keep coming, and see where all this goes. But next time I do this, I'm going to try it with regular ITC equipment. I'm going to get one of the spirit boxes. I'm going to hook it up to one of the little speakers and see if we can get the same kind of results using those methods. I think there's a little wind in the mic. I wanted to turn around. So I do want to explore with other apps, other tools, and see if this can carry over. But this is only the second time I'm doing it, so I wanted to stick with what's been working. And who knows, with this kind of thing, maybe that's, for whatever reason, the preferred app and the one that will generate these kind of responses. You never can tell when it comes to ITC and these kind of experiments and communications. But like I said, this has been some wild stuff, and I assure you, none of this is a put on. None of this. The lights came on. None of this is fake on this channel. I mean, this has been a passion of mine all my life, literally all my life, since I was a little kid. And I saw spirits and things when I was a kid, things I couldn't explain. And I worked for years to get this kind of communication through ITC. Equipment used to be so expensive. Hundreds of dollars for, a spirit box. Hundreds, if not close to $1,000. I think some of the EMF readers, used to be. So you really just had, basically, if you didn't have a lot of money, you had tape recorders and pocket recorders like I had, trying to get the EVPs. But I put in a lot of years behind the scenes before there were cell phones, doing this kind of thing, doing sky watching, EVP work, and so yeah, this is a real blessing for me to be able to do this and get these kinds of results I've been getting, and I post these things just to catalog my work, my experiments. And if any of this were a put on, I wouldn't waste my time. I have so much more better things to do than sit around and put up hoax videos. I mean, I couldn't even imagine being one of those people. But yeah, this is all 100%. What you see is what you get, and my mind is kind of blown, by what's been happening with this whole extraterrestrial celestial thing. So without further ado, I'm gonna get back in the car. It's starting to rain, and pull up the app, look over the horizon, and see if we can get some responses tonight. And I'm really looking forward to seeing what comes through. So let's get on with the session and see what happens. All right, let's get started. All right, guys, it's getting pretty dark out. Unfortunately, it is raining tonight, but I'm not going to let that deter me from doing the session. I am watching the horizon, straight ahead and to the side. If anything should break through the clouds that's unusual, I will certainly turn off the app, turn on the camera, and try to video it so you can all see what I'm seeing if that should happen. And I kind of hope it does. It would be nice to get some actual happenings in the sky along with these sessions. But all things in time, I suppose. So I'm going to start up the app. I'm going to start the session and see if we get any replies tonight. And again, you may see the volume bar of the phone appear over on the right now and then if I ask a longer question and I want to pause in the noise what's coming through the app. I may or may not use that as kind of a sound break if need be. But anyway, let's turn on this Spain Paranormal ITC Box 2 Ancient History app and see if we get any crazy replies coming through tonight. So, as usual, let me start out by asking, are there any extraterrestrials, high celestial beings, angelic beings who would like to communicate through this device tonight? Please let me know that you're there. I was told earlier to come out and do a session tonight. Is there a reason for that? And may I ask who I'm communicating with tonight? Angel, extraterrestrial, high celestial, interdimensional? Could you tell me who you are, please? Was there something you wanted to tell me tonight? Will you show me any phenomenon in the sky this evening? Is my guardian angel Sarah nearby tonight? Is there anything Sarah would like to tell me this evening? Does she have a message for me? I wanted to turn down the volume for a minute and ask this question. There are a couple of gentlemen here in my world by the name of Joel Webbin and Todd Wesley, I believe it is, Christian fundamentalists who are talking about seizing land and property from churches they disagree with, or those who have women in a teaching position, and having their churches and their land given to faithful churches like them. There seems to be a lot of this kind of thing going on in America and even across the world right now, with very violent, militant religion. What do you think when you look at planet Earth and see what our religions have evolved or devolved into? What are your thoughts? Could you share that with me, please? And what would your advice be to people who are into that kind of religion or thinking of joining those kind of groups? What would your message be to them? these kinds of people think they worship the one true God. What do you say? Is that how God really is? I also wanted to ask, Chris Bledsoe, who wrote the UFO of God, he was told in one of his encounters that something major was going to happen on Easter Sunday, 2025. Is that true? And if something major is going to happen on Easter this year, do you know what it will be? And could you share that with us, please? Is life and society as we know it on this planet about to come to an end? The systems that man has built, are they soon going to collapse? To the people who may watch this video, do you have a message of hope for them? Do you have a final message for me this evening? I'm now going to try a little bit of an experiment, turning off the sound bank A, which is the human language in English chopped up into bits and played in reverse. And I'm going to turn on the sound bank box B, which is the Sanskrit or ancient Sumerian, I don't remember which is cut up into bits and played in reverse. So let's see if we can get some replies in this complete old language played in reverse in these sound banks. So my celestial friends, are you there? And can you leave a message or a word through a language in reverse that's not even English, that I or the viewers don't understand? Can you still speak to us? Is there a message you would like to give me tonight through this sound bank? Why was it important that I do this session tonight? When I do these sessions, would it be more wise to try to connect with angels and high celestials rather than extraterrestrials? And is my guardian angel Sarah still around me this evening? Will we be able to keep up this communication in the weeks ahead? Is there a reason why we're having these kinds of communications? Is this something that's going to expand and get bigger as we go along? Well, my friends, I thank you for any words or messages you may have left tonight. I'm going to end this communication for the evening. I thank you all and bid you all peace. And I will speak to you next time, my friends. Goodbye. Goodbye for now. All right, so that's the session for tonight. I'll go back and review all of this, and if there's anything there, you all will be seeing it on the YouTube channel. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again in the next experiment. Peace.